They were just stories we knew had to be in it, you know. We knew the circumstances of his, basically, you were born beating death, right? Well, there's no better opening than that. Okay, so that's going in. His childhood, the extraordinary lack of resources had to be in there, right? We knew that, the horrible incidents in Miami, whether it's dropping off the stuff at the drugstore or, the cop walking, him back 50 blocks, that had to be in there. So, you start, and sometimes when you're doing the interview, you just hear it. So then like a month or so later at this Hollywood party, and my dad's in town, so I bring my dad. And Sidney Poitier's at the party. I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna introduce you to Sidney Poitier. So we walk up Sidney Poitier, who's like 8 or 9 feet tall. I mean, he's literally regal, right? I mean, he gives straight king energy. So I go, Dad, this is Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier looks at my father and goes, look at you. You're richer than me. You're more handsome than me. You have these sons. I hate you. My father just floats away. He's just like, Sidney Poitier just gassed me up, gave him the greatest compliment. He just can't believe, and I'm just like, that's a star.
Yeah.
That's how, take notes, be that person.
Make someone else feel so special.
Just take 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And just be a good person.
And he's been doing that.
Right.
Since day one. Yeah.
But, so that created a debt. Yes, the movies and all that, but and you did that for me. So then, a lifetime later, they say, do you want to do the movie about Sidney Poitier? You're like, yes, it'd be an honor. And I have to pay him back for what he did for my father. You have to do it.
Yeah.
It's not a conversation. And I feel very protective. Because I'm like, well, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? Some bum? Some hack? No. We were trying to figure out how to break through, right? We knew, obviously there was an independent film scene, and we knew Hollywood was not making the movies that we wanted to see, and that we felt were relevant to the audience, and we felt that we could do it, that somehow we could bridge the gap between our independent sensibility and connecting to audiences. So all of us were trying to figure out the equation of it, right? And Spike did it first, and it was great because it was like what? It was like 12 of us, right? And it was like, okay, he broke through. And if for us it's like, wait, you're showing it in real movie theater, and look, it's so big, it may show for 2 weeks. Right? And that was the highest level of success that we could imagine.
Yeah.
And so when She's Gotta Have It just played for months, and literally we would go out of our way to walk past the theater. It's like, it's still a line. It's still a line. And then Robert Townsend came out with, Hollywood Shuffle, and we were all like, okay, we're taking shots, pow, we're hitting. And, when you hear about early Motown records, right? Every single they dropped had to be a hit. Because if that record wasn't a hit, the record label would shut down. And we were in the same mindset. All of our movies have to hit. Because the first one that doesn't hit is taking us all out, right? So we were just all actively rooting for each other as we were doing what we're doing. And it got to the point where each movie would inadvertently greenlight the next one. Years ago when I was at BT, we got Oprah to agree to do an interview for the network. So I was there to make sure everything went smooth. So my reporter was there, who was a total pro, and he had all these 3x5 cards, and he's going over his questions, and he's staring, Oprah's right in front of him. Oprah's like, oh, you're really prepared. She goes, oh yeah, I worked on these all night. Da, da, da. She goes, yeah, I don't do that. And I was like, oh.
I would have a heart attack.
Right, because, again, it's not that she's beyond, it's Coltrane. right? It's Miles Davis. It's like, I've done so much preparation, I'm beyond preparation, right? She's on some celestial Zen level of, I just exist in the moment, right? And I'm listening to you, and then I'm going to ask the question, that's the appropriate question from listening.
Yeah.
And you just go, got it.